So today's video is going to be a first impression and review of the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I have been trying to find this at the drugstores around me, and I was lucky enough to find it the other day, and I'm really excited to try it. I'm happy because it's more pink based, and I definitely have a pink undertone to my skin, and usually, especially with drugstore foundations, I feel like they're mostly yellow toned. So I have a pretty good suspicion that this will work for me. Hopefully it won't be too dark. That is the only other thing. We will find that out today. So if you'd like to see how this foundation is on fair skin, I got the shade 201, then just keep on watching. So first of all, I'm going to pin back my hair so that I can get the foundation in there without getting it all over my hair, because that's never a fun mess. Alright, so I'm going to use a primer today because I always do when I wear foundation. I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Prime Time Foundation. This is in the brightening / illuminating. This is actually the first primer that I ever bought, and I still think it's my favorite. It just makes my skin feel so smooth and just like glowy and really nice, and it definitely works well. I don't have any other primers like this texture and consistency, so I definitely keep going back to this one. I'm going to be using a dampened beauty blender. This is what I always use when I do my foundation. I have very dry skin, so this is the best option for me rather than a brush. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. That's probably about enough. As you'll see, it is quite watery, it's runny. I haven't tried the original Infallible Pro Matte. I typically don't go for matte foundations with my dry skin. So this is basically a consistency that I'm used to with foundations. So I'm just going to dot it around my face as I normally would. And I'm going to start bouncing it into the skin. The color match definitely seems to be great. I am very happy about that. When I did swatch it on my hand, it did look maybe a little bit dark because it was so pink undertoned. I thought maybe it might be too pink for me, but seeing it now on my face, it looks to be just right for me. It does blend out quite nicely. It does seem to be quite a light coverage. I do expect that with more glowy foundations. They're more water-based, more hydrating in that way. So a lot of my foundations I have anyway are not very full coverage. I feel like that doesn't look too great with the texture and the dryness of my skin. So I typically go for these kinds of foundations anyway. I am going to try just putting a little bit more on to see how it is as far as being buildable. So I just a little bit more on the back of my hand here. I'm just going to put it directly onto the Beauty Blender and start putting it onto my face directly. Just in the spots where I feel I need it. The little bit of redness on the top of my cheeks. I do feel that that did build up some more coverage. And so far I am really liking this foundation. I feel like I did not used to have good luck with drugstore foundations, but recently I've been finding a lot that I'm loving. I'm not sure if it's just gotten better over the years, but I stopped using drugstore foundations for probably 6 years. I mean, not since I was a teenager, so it's very exciting to be able to come back to them and use them instead of having to buy high-end. It's definitely a lot better on the wallet and a lot easier to get rather than having to drive out to the mall to go to Sephora. That is the foundation on. It does look very nice and glowy. I am definitely liking it so far. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup and I'll come back and talk to you in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back. My makeup is on and I have to say I am still very much loving this foundation. It is very glowy. The color is perfect for my skin, which is always great. I don't like having to mix my lightening foundation in. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I really just like it to be right the first time. It's just a lot easier. I'm lazy, I don't know. So yeah, it definitely is reminding me a lot of my Stila Aqua Glow foundation, and that is my favorite foundation. So this is going to give it a run for its money. I am really excited to see how this wears. I have a family function to go to in a couple of hours, and I will be back to update you guys on how it is looking, how I am liking it after that tonight. But so far it is great. It's not clinging to any dry patches. It's glowy. It's just a beautiful foundation, so I'm really excited. I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I am back. It is about 10 o'clock p.m. The foundation has been on for about 7 hours now, and it is going strong. I am loving this foundation. My skin looks great. It looks glowy. The coverage is still there. It's not patching off in places, and I feel like my skin just looks better the longer I wear it, and it's been 7 hours. That's a great amount of time. So yeah, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation is fantastic. I definitely recommend it if you have dry skin like I do. If you have oily skin, you may not like it as much, since I do feel like I'm getting glowier the longer that I wear it. I feel like if you have oily skin, it might produce oil. I'm loving this so far, and I think it's going to be a favorite of mine. I'm going to be reaching for this often. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys tonight. I will see you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!